Okay, we're off. Okay, so first interview with Senior Irish Open team, and we're starting with Anna Fitzpatrick. Okay, so the senior team was just at Confed Cup. How'd you guys get on?
Yeah, good weekend at over in Frankfurt. It was great to get to play together. We've only really played against ourselves so far, so to come together as a full squad and play some top-notch games was deadly, and just really good to play on such a good, solid team, where you can just rely on every teammate, and just really super solid team, and we had some good performances over there.
Okay, so you kind of battered through your first few games, I think, didn't you? You did so well against Spain, and then what was the big game like, the one against Italy?
So Italy. So this was our semi-final. Basically, it was I think it was Monday morning, and it was just the usual, warming up for the semi-final, not really knowing what to expect. We hadn't seen much of them. And we came out and we knew straight away we had a game on our hands. They were good. They were tight on D. It was tough to play D on them. And we turned over a couple too many times. And every time we turned, they were just able to punch it in. They were super clinical. So they punished us. And they ended up running away with it by, I think, 5 points in the end. So a lot learned, though. There's a couple things we can tweak to hopefully get the better of them next time. So. It's one of those teams where on another day, I think we can give them a big run for their money and definitely have a go at them.
Yeah, because we saw Bologna over in Tom's tourney, and they look really good in fairness.
Yeah.
And I think all the Rebel lads knew going in that it was going to be a tight game.
Yeah.
Well, that's not too bad, 15-9. Yeah, have you a chance of playing them again in Windmill? They'll be at Windmill, will they?
I actually don't know. I presume they'll be a Windmill, and if not, sure, we'll get them at Worlds, I'd say. So, they're definitely a team that they're solid and they know their stuff. But on our day, I think we could definitely give them a run.
Okay, definitely. So, one question I've been asked is, how much is this thing costing you?
Jesus!
As the person that just isn't involved in the team, that's kind of a big worry. Is it expensive this year?
Yeah, I mean, it's what I think about every morning when I wake up. When I go to bed at night, it keeps me awake. These finances. No, it's been expensive enough. I think, all in flights, food, accommodation for all the tournaments, kit, etc. I'd say you're looking at about two grand, training weekends and all included. So it is a big commitment, but we're kind of aware at the start of the season. So once you've kind of planned for it, and in fairness, the guys have done great with, monthly installments and stuff, made it easy for us. It's been all right, but it is a big commitment. But we felt it there at the weekend at Confederations. It's paying off now. You get so much back from it. So it's sadly so far more to come.
Yeah, definitely. I think a big part of the promo of the team now is getting really, really interesting, because I think people outside of the team are getting pretty excited about you now. Yeah. There was so much, in fairness, on the feeds, on different Facebook stuff. It was everyone was actually following you, in fairness, because I've never seen such a big push from behind. So I think everyone is behind you this year, and hopefully you do well out in Worlds. Worlds. Yeah. So one other question. So how much work, personally, how much work are you putting in? Are you one of these guys that's just swanning onto the tournament now? I haven't picked up a disc in a week.
You say that like that's an option. I wish it was, but we've all been working pretty hard since October. Once we got onto the extended panel, you're then fighting for a spot in the final team. So that's a big motivator, and you see what everyone else is doing. We've got little WhatsApp groups, kind of pods for the fitness, just to see what everyone's doing. People post up once a week, so that keeps you going, and then that feeds into the final team. And when Worlds is fast approaching, you want to just keep putting the work in. So personally, it would be training twice a week. I get into the gym once a week, and then get a fitness and throwing session in once a week, as well as bits of stretching and stuff like that if I can. Just trying to keep nice and limber, don't want to get injured or anything. because that would be a real shame after the hard work put in. So at this stage, like the heavy lifting and all that has been done. It's just kind of keeping going on that, but and then just staying fit and injury free and just keeping the throws nice and sharp. You know yourself.
Okay, cool. So I have one question to ask you. So I have a few. So finish the frisbee now. I think the quicker we got through the frisbee stuff, the better.
Stuff now.
So if you were to rate your handstand out of 10, what would you rate
it? Like at the moment, I'd say it's only at about a 5.
I've heard stories about that. This isn't coming from nowhere now.
Yeah. Now, I did a good one. I did. You see, I've been working on them for a while now, and I did a good one over in Frankfurt. So the lads think I'm deadly at them, but really it was a bit of a fluke. If you get me.
Yeah.
Now it took a few attempts, but I did a deadly one over there. I think it was on the Saturday, and all the lads, they didn't stop talking about it all weekend. Basically,
okay.
It was that good. But yeah, I'm working on it. Maybe Worlds, I might be up to 6 or 7 out of 10. But right now, I'm not too confident in my handstand game. I'd say it's only 5 out of 10 for now.
Okay, very good. I have a few questions that I'm thinking of asking every player as I go through this.
Yeah.
So one is, if you can describe this, I'm going to show this photo. So I'm going to turn off my mic so no one can see this photo but you. And I want you to describe this photo. Kind of your first reaction, 1 word or maybe 2 words, this kind of thing. So if you can see that photo there.
Just bring it. Yeah, so that's just like a standard Sunday morning in the park with Feely. It's what he likes to do in his downtime. He actually updates us on that, and it's a great, it's great to see him so happy. That's all I'll say. Great to see him very happy.
Okay, so a few more questions then, last few. So, which is more important, catching or throwing?
Throwing.
What's the difference between a fruit and a vegetable?
Well, you see, fuck. I was going to do the Brian O'Driscoll quote there, but I can't actually remember it. Okay. So I'll say fruit has way more sugar and not as, you shouldn't eat as much fruit as you should vegetables.
Fair enough. Oh, very good answer.
Maybe you should balance them. That's not a question for me.
Okay. Best Tinder opener?
I've got nothing.
Yeah, I think Tinder's something people has invented to mess with my head, to be honest.
I've got nothing on that. I haven't been in the Tinder game for a while now, so I've just stayed away type of thing. Yeah.
Last question. So, chocolate digestive biscuits. Do you eat them with the chocolate facing up or the chocolate facing down?
I eat them. Oh, it depends. It depends if you're having it with a cup of tea. So if you're having it with a cup of tea, you dip it in, and it's facing upwards. I don't know why.
I don't think you're ever going to hear the answer to that question.
If you're having it dry, facing down is how you go with no cup of tea. Also, if you have the caramel digestives, you have to be...
That's a whole different game now, Alan. That's a whole different game.
Offline, because I would just take too long on here, but I'll tell you next time I see you.
Okay, definitive one answer. No, not going to give it to me.
No, well, tea facing up, no tea facing down. Okay.
I actually have the answer. I'll wait to the end of it. I have the right answer. So I know that someone out there rang Jacobs. Jacobs size, yeah, and they have a right answer. On my way, I'll keep the viewers guessing on that one now. Yeah,
I'm guessing on that. Yeah.
Google it whenever they want to see it or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Alan. Thanks for that. That wasn't too bad for the first one.
Yeah, not bad now. Not bad. I'd like to have another run at it, but we'll just leave it at that.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I think Donald's going to make me do another couple.
I don't envy you, man. Thanks for taking the time to do it anyway. You're a great lad.
Cheers, bud. Cheers. Best of luck with the rest of the campaign.
Cheers.